Welcome to our short midweek devotion. I know that Pastor Mark and myself are a little bit grungy today, and that's because we've spent a couple of days out and out fishing on the Illinois River. Trot lines, bank poles, pool noodles, fishing from shore. We caught a fish. How big? Wait till the end of this tape, and I'll tell you how big this fish was. In the meantime, if you had only 1 minute to give advice to all the churches in America, what would you tell them? I've got with me a friend from many, many years. We've known each other, I don't know how long, but Pastor Mark Scandrett. And Pastor Scandrett is just retiring from the ministry this summer. So I've got some questions just so you know who he is before I get to my main question. And the first question, Pastor Mark, how long have you been in ministry?
Well, I began full-time ministry, I guess, in 1982, then took some years out for seminary. So I guess 81, 82, someplace around there. It's kind of hard to count when you go back that far.
And how long were you at your previous church?
I was at Emmanuel Free Methodist Church in Alton until this July, and I started in July of 1985, so that was 40 years.
Long time in one particular church. Yeah. And just so they know you actually backed out of being a senior pastor for a while to allow someone else to be senior pastor and kind of get their feet wet and get going, and you became their associate.
Yes.
And so tell me about that, how it went.
Well, it went wonderfully, and a lot of that is credit due to Pastor Chris, who stepped into my position as lead pastor. He made it very easy for me to step back. I continued to be active in ministry, but just gradually tapered off. So when the retirement came, it wasn't an abrupt shock for the church, and it went really, really well.
So a question, what was the attendance of the church when you first got there and the present day attendance?
I think when we started, the average attendance on a Sunday morning was about 40, and someplace over 200 now. Between 200 and 300.
And you've been totally retired for about a month.
Right.
Okay. That's why we're fishing together.
That's right.
We used to live fairly close to each other, and we've been fishing together before, but not for years, maybe decades since we've been able to. And now that he's retired and I'm retired, here we are together. So now here's the big moment. Pastor Mark, if you only had about 1 minute to address any Christians that would hear you say something today, what do you think that 1 minute you'd say?
Here's what I think I'd say, Rob. First, learn how much God loves you. Realize that and receive that love. Then try to give it back to God. Love Him back. And then finally, share that love with other people. There are a lot of people who need God's love, and we have the privilege of sharing that love with them. So I think that was less than a minute, Rob. That's pretty good for an old pastor.
It is pretty good. It's just 3-point outline, though.
Yeah, 3 points.
This is the middle of the week. In a few days, we get to come together to worship together again. I'm looking forward to that. And in the meantime, experience God's love. Know He loves you and give that love back. And may God bless you.